think the question should be asked, why do we keep buying the same phone over and over and over again? The iPhone has not changed since like the 11, I want to say. It's just getting a little old. For some reason, we just all are very happy to buy the next iPhone because it's the next iPhone. Why is that? Think of it like this, okay? Apple is like that friend that's a really smooth talker, but they never follow through with their plans. But you keep forgiving them because they talk their way out of it. They can really talk you into buying a new phone. Be like, the iPhone 16 is so different than the 15 because of this button. But with this button, we give you everything you've ever possibly wanted. You're gonna see it, you're gonna want it. And then those that don't care, AI. So they kind of catch you in this net of like, no matter what, we've got something that's gonna appeal to you this year that wasn't there that last year, and if it wasn't tweaked to this degree. But since the 11, I don't feel like anything's significantly changed. Like, it's the same camera setup, it's still the 1, 2, 3, looks like I'm cooking on an Apple grill. They haven't changed the front camera in so long. It's absurd. It's still a 12 megapixel camera, and it's been one for a long time. They're gonna fix it with 17. It's gonna have 24 megapixels, apparently. That would be great. But god damn, it took you long enough. If you show someone that is exclusively used an Android phone, be like, how many years apart do you think these phones are? I guarantee you they're gonna be like, maybe like a year? They're not gonna think anything of it. They're gonna be like, that looks the same. Even the internals, iOS, just feels old. Even with the 18 update, like, it's nice, I appreciate it, but you're playing catch up and don't try to play it off like you're not. The biggest flex was that you can make your own emoji, and that's not even out in the public yet. If this year has shown us anything, it should be that Apple's innovation, it's not there really anymore, and it's sad. I think the main reason people keep coming back to iPhones, realistically, is because they think they're part of this amazing ecosystem, and that's true. I still firmly believe that Apple's ecosystem, it's the best out there. But the thing is, do you actually utilize the ecosystem enough to where you're like, I cannot live without this ecosystem for the workflow I have? Say you have an iPhone, you're in school and you're just focused on work. Do you need a MacBook to just take notes and write papers? No. For the first like 2 years of college, I only had, first of all, not an iPhone, an iPod Touch because I was broke. 4 years, no phone. It was great. Public Wi-Fi in Japan, man. And I had a very cheap Acer netbook and I was fine. Only thing is it like died after 2 years. So if you're in that kind of situation, I would almost recommend you don't get a Mac because you don't need it. I know it's nice. It's nice to take FaceTime calls. It's nice to have your messages there. But when you're trying to be realistic and save some money, opt for something else. I think that Apple is really good for creatives. Windows is more business and things like that. And also gaming is like huge. You can only really game on Windows. So it's like you have to kind of find what world you want to be in. And if you want to have both, I mean, you can, but it's expensive. I'm just saying, like, they're good for different things. So find what you want. If it doesn't align with Apple, you're not missing out on that much. There's like this notion that Apple gives that's like essentially saying none of our shit's gonna work if you're not in our ecosystem. It's gonna work, but it's not gonna work nearly as well as if you had everything in our ecosystem. How often do you upgrade iPhones? And how often do you think is appropriate? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching. I apologize if this doesn't turn out looking well. I am still getting used to using this camera. So good afternoon, good evening, and good night. That's an outro that I stole from a movie.